We are live, 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 we are live. Before I go to bed real quick, I figure I have a quick live with y'all. Get in the room, get in the room, get in the room. Hey everybody, hey everybody, everybody, hey everybody, everybody, hey everybody, hey everybody, hey everybody. Honey, honey, honey. I just want to see how my live is doing real quick. Let me see what it sounded like real quick. Testing, mic check, 1 2 1 2. Hey, mic check, 1 2 1 2. I just wanted to have a quick live real quick. Hey, hey, everybody, everybody. So I want to talk a little bit about the shutdown because we was over on the Grams under Lisa Everest from Fox 5, and we was talking about the government and everything. And remember when I told y'all the judge ordered him, I think I did a reel on it. The judge ordered 45, 47. That's what we're going to call him from now on, too, because that's what it is. The judge ordered, hey, everybody, come into the room. Just want to have a quick live real quick. Come into the room, come into the room, come into the room. Let's chit-chat real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not understanding. This is what I'm not understanding. Please hit like, share, and subscribe. Please hit like, share, and subscribe as I come into the room. Here's my thing, right? Let me see if I saved that. I think I did. But here's my thing. Please come into the room, hit like, share, and subscribe, everybody. Thank you so much for subscribing. I want to have a little chit chat because you know what's funny about this whole thing? It's very sketchy to me. Very weird things going on if you open up your eyes and you just pay attention, right? So I want to have a real chit chat with y'all real quick. Now, we was having a conversation under, like I said, Fox 5 Lisa Everest thing, and she was giving us the update about the shutdown or whatever. And the judge ordered 45, 47, right? He ordered him to pay out the full SNAP benefits, right? So when the judge ordered him the first time, because remember he said he wasn't going to do it. Then he said, "Oh well, only half of the people can get only they can only get half of their benefits. They can't get all of their benefits. Like say if you get $150 in food stamps, that means you will only get like 75 if you get that at all, right? Okay." Then he said the reason for that is because there's not enough emergency funds, right? Now they're saying it takes 8 million or 8 billion, I don't know, but I know it's eight to feed to the cover the SNAP benefits, right? It costs that much to cover the SNAP benefits. But my thing is, if it costs that much to cover the SNAP benefits and that's the emergency fund and we ain't been having no emergencies, how y'all didn't come back and say, well, it's only 4.5? Why is it only 4.5 if we haven't had no emergencies? Why is that How is that possible? If we ain't had no emergencies, right? This light is getting on my nerve. Hold on, y'all. Boom. If we haven't had no emergencies, right? How is it only a little bit of funding in the emergency fund if we ain't had no emergencies? How was it only half? I find it to be a coinkydink that is only half of the funds for SNAP benefits, emergency funds, so they say, because I don't believe him. And it's funny because, yeah, I don't understand. Hey, everybody. Hi. I just want to have a little chat because now they order him again. They ordering 4547 to pay out the SNAP benefit funds, right? And as they are ordering him to pay out the SNAP benefit funds, flights around the world are being canceled. We got Thanksgiving coming up, you might as well say in 2 weeks, right? 2.5 weeks. You might as well say in 2.5 weeks. Hello, everybody. I just wanted to chat with y'all, and bring everybody in on this conversation because here's what I'm not understanding. We got people at the pantry. We got people crying. Y'all going up to people. The media is going up to certain people. The media. Y'all play too much with that 6767 stuff. Y'all really need to stop. But anyway, I laughed because my granddaughter did the same thing to me. Grandma 676, and I'm like, why? Why is what is going on with 67? Anyway, we having an important conversation, and you writing in the comments 6767. So let's get back to what Lisa Evers was saying because I found it to be real funny that that he keeps not listening to the federal judge, right? So let me show y'all what she updated everybody on Instagram. And this was the conversation. I'm gonna tell you some of the comments in the comment section because I made a comment. Now everybody is commenting on my comment and they're liking it because I'm not understanding why how many federal judges have to order this man to pay SNAP benefits and he keeps doing what he wants to do. I don't get that. Why are we starving the people? Why are we starving people? And why are we starving people? That's number one. Why are we? I don't understand how this is part of the Make America Great Again campaign. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's a little bit too much. So let's go to what Lisa Evers had to say about the update. Let me play her update really quickly.
Newsroom. I just wanted to give you an update on two really important stories that I think are going to impact a lot of people. They already are impacting a lot of people. This government shutdown is just dragging on, and it's really causing a lot of havoc in a lot of areas. Now, I got excited when I first saw this story. Late this afternoon, a federal judge in Rhode Island, the same one that told the Trump administration last week that they had to fund SNAP, said today he issued another order saying that they had to fund food stamps in full and that the benefits, the November benefits that people have been waiting for, need to be put through tomorrow by Friday. Now, almost immediately, as soon as this judgment came down, as soon as this order came down, the Justice Department filed an appeal to it. So we'll see if it's still going to stay in limbo or if by some miracle those SNAP benefits will get in there. And it turns out that the U.S. Department of Agriculture, which oversees the SNAP program, it wasn't just this $4.5 billion emergency fund that they have. There's another fund. There always seems to be another fund when these things become very, very controversial and very contested. There's another fund that they have that's billions, many billions of dollars, so they can continue to fund this indefinitely if they had to. So the government shutdown, as we know, is continuing, and we'll wait to see what happens on this tomorrow. The other big story today is this just really horrible situation with air travel. The Transportation Secretary said that people can expect more delays and cancellations, and that they will be pulling back flights, canceling flights as it becomes necessary to maintain a level of safety even though the government shut down, because of the government shutdown, air traffic controllers and other airport workers, essential personnel that they need.
First of all, let's just talk about the SNAP benefits first. We're gonna get to the flights because I'm not understanding people. I'm really not understanding people. I understand you got to get to where you're going, but we're gonna talk about the SNAP benefits first. How many federal judges have to tell this man to pay out benefits in full? Because he was talking half when they first told him, "Oh, there's only half the money. We only have half." You're building a ballroom. This is what I did. And then people got in my comment underneath my reel. Oh, he's doing it with his own money. He's doing it with his own money. And people pay for they pay for that ballroom. He's doing it with his own money. He's the president of the United States of the Americas. Yeah. Because now I'm mad because all of the people come in my room who said, "Oh, he's doing it with his own money." Okay, that's cool. That he's doing the ballroom. He ripped down half the White House and he's doing it with his own money. That's great. But what happened to make America great again? Is this how we're going to make America great again? By starving half of America? Where are we making great? Where is it great at? Who is great? Is that's the real question. Because I can tell you who ain't great. The starving kids. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, well, the minority, blacks are on food stamps, blacks and blacks and blacks." And you know what's funny? That's not true. Let the record show that there's another nationality that's on food stamps more than blacks. I'm just saying. It's more people on food stamps other than black people. At a high rate, I might add. But my thing is, right, the president of the United States of America, right, is supposed to is supposed to represent the American people, protect the American people, do everything that he's supposed to do for the American people. And you know what I find funny? And I'm talking about on both sides, the red and the blue. I'm talking about on both sides. How is it that y'all getting paid still? How y'all getting paid but SNAP benefits is off? How does that work? How is it that y'all still get paid? How y'all got the balls? And I noticed that a lot of y'all not even saying nothing. Just sit around that Congress round table and y'all got so much to say when y'all on those mics. But now I don't really see nobody coming out and saying too much of nothing. Not nobody. Why is that? But and yet you have so much to say. You have so much to say when y'all when is the last time y'all had a meeting in Congress? Why is it that when y'all have a meeting, the government gets shut down and the people suffer for it? Not one nationality. I'm talking about the American people, the ones that y'all supposed to be making America great again for. Why do we have to suffer? The American people have to suffer because y'all can't agree on something. Why is it that every time 45, 47 get into Congress and get into office, everything gets shut down under his watch? Why is that? Why is it that every time he's in office, it's just so like hostile and so? Mm. Why is nothing never at peace when he's in office? This is his second term, right? And he hasn't even been here a full year. and everything is in an uproar. See, let me tell y'all something. A good company runs with a good business owner. And if you are running the free world, it got to be a certain type of person at the helm. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. You cannot you cannot have a leader in office that's willing to sacrifice the American people. Yeah, because my thing is, who's suffering? Why y'all not doing y'all job? Here's the thing. What's funny? Y'all not agreeing to whatever's going on in the Congress. Whatever's going on in those meetings. Y'all not agreeing to nothing. But in yet, y'all still getting paid. I feel like y'all shouldn't get paid. How about that? Because keep us out of it. Keep us out of it. We don't want to be a part of it. Whatever y'all got going on, we don't want to be a part of it. Now y'all making us suffer because y'all can't come together as a people. How does that work for the American people, though? How does that make us great again? It doesn't. It doesn't. It does not make us great again at all, as a matter of fact. And I'm going to tell you this. When it comes down to the flights, and flights are being canceled left and right, please don't be mad when I say this, but why are we still trying to fly? These are people that have not gotten paid running the airports. Why are we still trying to fly? Why? I'm not trying to fly on nobody's plane, even if they was getting paid all the top money in the world, because planes it's a thing. I don't really trust that. But if I had to, I would. But in these dark times right here, why are you still trying to fly? Did the plane just go down? The UPS plane just went down yesterday. They don't even know why. It's just down. They don't even know why. And y'all still trying to fly? Y'all still at the airport? So there's no trains running? None. None. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Because if they cancel all of the flights, don't y'all still have to go get home some way, somehow? And then at that point, y'all would take the train, right? There is an Amtrak, right? Why are we still at the airport? Why are y'all making those people work that not even getting a check? Y'all really trust that? I don't trust that on any other day. Why would I trust to go into the airport and get on a flight knowing that those people are not getting paid? They said they are barely checking bags and barely checking IDs. I just say this. If I'm the people that work in the airport, y'all ain't gotta worry. Cut the lights out. Cut them out. I'm not nobody should be going to work while the government is shut down. That's just how I feel. There's no airport to be ran because nobody's home. No flight should be in the air while the government is shut down. This is all my opinion. Everything I say is alleged. Listen, this is just my opinion. I'm not if I couldn't be head of an airport, the government is shut down, nobody's getting paid, but and yet everybody's still taking flights. Where are you going? I'm just saying. Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? I'm just saying. Then you have this whole. I'm gonna get to Jamaica. I'm gonna dive in a little bit on Jamaica because I don't want to make this live long. But it's just a lot going on, and a lot of people is thinking about canceling this and canceling that, and I feel them. I feel them. I feel them. Everybody's thinking about canceling this and canceling that.
Here in the far
Wait,
side.
hold on, y'all, because I wanted to I don't know how that got there, but hey, it's there. Um, let's dive in on um Frank Ski and what he had to say, because what he had to say was very clear.
Do not scroll from this video. I'm going to keep it quick, but I got an important message and you need to listen. Over the past several weeks, several major corporations and small major businesses have announced massive layoffs. Let me go over just a few so you can understand what we're dealing with. Intel, 27,000 jobs. UPS, 34,000. Geico, 30,000. Microsoft, 15,000. Exxon, 2,000. Chevron, 9,000. Boeing, Disney, BP Gasoline, 7,000. Estee Lauder, 7,000 employees. Kohl's, Kroger, Nestle, 16,000 employees. Nissan, 20,000 employees. Panasonic, 10,000 employees. Porsche, 4,000 employees. Price Waterhouse, 15,000. Even Starbucks, 2,000 employees. I can list off another 25 that will blow your mind. But in the benefit of time, I won't. Because I want to say something to everybody listening. We got to get it together. We are too far spread out in the black community. We have to come together. This is the time to get it right with your family and move back in together. We got to start consolidating our resources. This whole thing about black families living all over the place and everybody being separated, no. We got to do like a lot of other cultures do. We got to bring everybody back in the house and pull our resources together. If we do not pull our resources, a lot of us will not survive. You see how crazy it's been with just the announcement of SNAP benefits, the craziness that was going online with black folk. Ridiculousness. I don't see other cultures going through that or saying those type of things that we say. But listen, we're special. We know how to get through this. If anybody can get through this correction that we're about to go through, it is us. Now, you can place the blame on Trump and his tariffs and his policies, but I believe the world was in line for a major correction. It was due, and it's happening now. Black folk, please get together with your families. Have a plan on how you're going to save money if the breadwinner loses their job. Yes, 300,000 black women lost their jobs because of DEI. Yes, hundreds of thousands of black folk lost their jobs because of DEI. When all these layoffs happen, you know who's going to get hurt? Black businesses. Black businesses are going to close. Black families are going to suffer. We got to get it together. I'm Frank Ski, and I'm just frankly speaking. Black folk, pay attention.
He's right. Sometimes things happen to shift. I'm going to use the word shift. Like I take my daughter, for instance, right? I'm not forcing my daughter to go nowhere with my grandkids. She has been looking for an apartment for a long time, right? And sometimes when God wants you to stay put, things start happening. And then she wonders, she's like, why you not, it's not that I'm not encouraging my daughter to not move out. I know what type of time this is. So why would I force my daughter to move out so she can come right back? No. I have enough room in my apartment for her and my grandkids. So with that being said, it is time for us to come together as one. When God wants you to be still, He will sit you still in that spot. And people don't understand that. People, it's time for you to open up your eyes. If this is part of the Make America Great Again plan, then it's time to strap up. strap in your seatbelts because they about to take us for a ride. Not only black people though, America, the land of the free, the home of the brave, right? And yet you have a whole army that's not even getting paid. Then you have people that's running the airports not getting paid. A lot of people getting laid off left and right. Then you have to ask yourself, was this part of the plan? Was this part of the setup? All this AI and using robots to take over people's jobs. Then we just had a race for mayor just yesterday. Mazzani won. And then a lot of people voted for him. And I get it. Because y'all want change. Right? Okay. But then y'all listen to what he has to say, and some of the things he has to say doesn't sound too great. So then it's like who to turn to, who do we trust? We can't trust the people in the White House. We can't trust our politicians that's supposed to take care of our cities. At some point we have to turn and look into the mirror and start trusting in ourselves and realize that nobody is coming to save you. Is this part of their plan to starve millions of people? You have federal workers working for DoorDash. You have federal workers in line at the food pantries. You already had lines at the food pantries though. See, that's what they don't want to talk about that part. It was already people online at the food pantries already. So now there's even more people online at these food pantries. I look at these days that we are ahead of us and I feel sad for America. I feel sad for our people. I don't even want to cry. Because when you look at the lines at the food pantries and you see people crying about how they don't know how they're going to feed their families, and it really is sad. It really is sad. And then you go and you look at your leader, and he's supposed to lead you, and then he has on these hats, make America great again, and then he demolishes half of the White House to build the ballroom, and then they have a dinner party for said ballroom, and their plates was paid for. They had to pay for their plates or whatever. From what I hear, they was $1 million plates. And, he raised the money. So, here's what I'm about to say. Is the ballroom more important than the American people? Obviously it is, right? Because if it wasn't, and you okay, granted, you raised the money to build the ballroom. I get it. But why can't some of that money go towards the people that are struggling? I don't get it. basically what you're saying is the ballroom is way more important than the American people. They not trying to keep nobody safe. They not trying to keep nobody's stomachs full. They don't care about humanity. They don't care about kids. They don't care about life. The only lives that they care about is their very own. Hospitals are closing. People is losing their insurance. Now people have to worry about how they feeding their family. But how can you possibly make America great again by doing all of the things that you are doing as the leader of the free world? How? How? And then he gets in front of the American people and then he says the things that he says. And it's like he don't really, the look on the face tells me everything I need to know. The words that are coming out of people's mouths are telling me everything I need to know. My thing is, American people, when are you going to wake up and realize that you have to now look out for you? This is where we at. Remember that when you used to, back in the day, you used to have a neighbor that used to knock on your door for eggs? We there now. That is happening. Oh, can I get an egg? Oh, do you have some flour? Do you have some bread? We are there now. They want us to beg. They want us to grovel. They want us to be like all over the place. They want us to loot. They want us to rob from each other. They want us to tear down our stores in our neighborhoods. They want us to do all of the things. So then they can have a reason to say, oh, this is why we bringing in the extra people so we can keep y'all safe. They not here to really keep us safe, though. You see what ISIS is out there doing, right? Do y'all see that they keeping people safe out there? Do y'all see that they keeping people safe out there? Oh, we're going to bring in the National Guard, and the National Guard is going to keep you safe and warm. No, they're not here to keep us safe and warm. Mm-mm. At one point, I could have sworn that America, the Congress and the senators and the mayors and the presidents are all supposed to come together for the United States, to help the American people. But it seems like to me, they not even agreeing on what to help the American people on. So then, how does the American people benefit if y'all in the offices and y'all going at each other? We don't get the benefit from that. We don't benefit from that, y'all. We don't benefit from that at all. We are 2.5 weeks away from Thanksgiving. And the federal judge has told him twice that he has to turn on SNAP by tomorrow. I don't even understand. This is what I'm trying to. Y'all not understanding. I said I wasn't gonna cry, but it's hard not to. Because here's the thing: common sense is just common sense. But my mother always told me, everybody don't have common sense, Eve. And as the free leader of the world, why does two why does the federal judges even have to come in to tell you to defeat the American people? Why? Why does the federal judges have to come in and tell you that? That's the part I'm not getting. I don't get why the federal judges have to come in and tell y'all, oh, we have to feed them. Turn on SNAP benefits. Why? Why? This man has
Black
told
folk, pay
y'all,
attention.
he's told y'all over and over and over again that he's not doing none of this. I don't understand what y'all not getting. People shouldn't have to tell this man how to be a president because he was already in office before, right? But and yet, y'all have to keep telling him how to be a president. Y'all keep having to tell this man what to do and how to do it and this and that and the third. Why are we, the American people, getting caught up into this? And then you got Manzani, him and Trump don't like each other. So how is that going to work out for the New Yorkers? How is that going to work out for anybody if y'all not getting along as a people? No, I don't. I have a sheet on, but I have my tank top underneath, but I have a sheet. I'm laying down because I wasn't supposed to be on live for long, but I figure I'm just disgusted. I'm totally disgusted. I'm not gonna lie. Because I've never seen America in this much chaos in my life. Never, never. Hi everybody. Please hit like, share, and subscribe. But I've never seen America in so much chaos in all my life. In all my life, I've never seen it. Okay, this is 2 days ago. Trump says he is not paying any SNAP benefits despite court order, millions left without food assistance. And this is what he tweeted 2 days ago. This is what I'm telling y'all. How you the leader of the free world and you starving people? This is what we going through. SNAP benefits, which increased by billions and billions of dollars during the crooked Biden administration term in office, due to the fact that they were hazardous and handy to give out for asking. Like, what is he saying? Here's the thing about SNAP benefits. This is what I don't like. This is what I don't like. SNAP benefits never used to be the way that it was, right? Granted, SNAP benefits changed their rules over the years. I know this. At one point, I was on SNAP benefits, so I know. I understand that you don't want people to be on benefits. SNAP benefits is not a career. SNAP benefits, I feel like, this is how I always felt. I felt like if you have 3 kids or more, that 4th kid should not be on your SNAP benefits. I feel like it should be a cap. Once you have 3 kids on SNAP benefits, plus you and whoever else, it shouldn't be no more. I've always felt like that. SNAP benefits is not a career. SNAP benefits is not a thing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I never understood why SNAP benefits became such a thing for people to be on, and you know what I'm saying? But people need them, and I get it. But at the end of the day, this is a little bit too much. You understand what I'm saying? People have jobs and still on SNAP benefits. People have jobs. They are still on SNAP benefits. Just because you have a job, that don't mean you don't need SNAP benefits. That don't mean you don't need SNAP benefits. This is what I'm not understanding. This is what I'm not understanding. Yeah, I don't get why people, I just don't get it. It is just too much going on in America. It really is. And then he said, this is what he said about ISIS the other day. And I'm just speaking, in my own words, but this is what he said. They asked him, do you think ISIS, I'm rephrasing the question because I can't remember word for word, but they asked him, do you think ISIS went too far? He said he don't think ISIS has gone far enough. Now, this is what ISIS has done. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all this video. Let me show y'all what ISIS is doing. Let me rewind it. They hit her car to pull her out her car. After they hit her and injured, they don't know what type of injury she got. They don't know what type of injuries she has. They made her slam up into other cars. First of all, they endangering other people. They made a U-turn, an illegal U-turn in the middle of the street to go after this lady. They speeded in front of her, made her crash into other cars, and then they jumped out of these cars because they hit other cars coming down the block. And then they pull her out the car. They don't call no ambulance. No, 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 no. We're going to injure her even further. We're going to pull her out the car by her feet and drag her into the Jeep and left her car in the middle, running in the middle of the street. But yet he says ISIS has not gone far enough. And this is the America that we live in. This is the part of the Make America Great Again plan. I know you lying. Okay, let's get into Amazon. No, matter of fact, I want to save that story because that's a different type of story. I want to save that story. I want to save that. I want to save that story. I want to save that story because that's a good story right there. So I want to save it. I want to save that story. I was gonna tell y'all another story about Amazon, but that's not a part of this, so I'm gonna save that story for another day because that's how business people work, and I want to save that for like a business chronicles. But is this a lot going on? Let's get into what ABC people are saying after being laid off. This is another story. This is all goes together though.
Every person who gets to stay and will be relocated within the company is a white person. Now, in my meeting with the executive who told me I was getting laid off, I specifically asked him if it was a consideration for us to be relocated somewhere else within the company, and he said that we advocated to keep the show. We advocated to try to get you relocated somewhere, and we couldn't. Because I asked him, why are you the person who is making this decision or delivering the news that we're being laid off? And he said, oh, it could have been anyone. Only to later find out, because it wasn't until I went downstairs thinking that me and all of my colleagues had been laid off that I found out that it was only the people of color. So I went one by one to my white colleagues. Are you getting laid off? No. 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 So I went back up to his office. You said that you couldn't get us relocated, only to find out that you were able to get some people relocated, and they all happen to be white. Am I supposed to believe that that's a coincidence? And he said, yes. I'm supposed to believe that's coincidence. I said, do you believe that's coincidence? He said, I do, because I chose to keep the people who I had worked with before.
This was always the plan. The fact that they wanted to get rid of DEI was not getting rid of unqualified people of color. It was about silencing our voices. There was massive layoffs yesterday at CBS, which some people are calling a bloodbath. And one of the units that was slashed was the race and culture. The race and culture unit was tasked with overseeing news stories about race, culture, and injustices in
Let me tell y'all something. When they show you who they are, believe them. I don't understand how much more it has to take in order for some people to get it through their thick heads that we are at a time and we have the wrong person leading the charge right now. But it's always good to have a plan. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's always good to have a plan. Always. Always, always, and always. It's always good to have a plan. They not about to do nothing. Okay? And this is what I said in Lisa Everett's, let me go back to Lisa Everett's post. Because this is what I said. I didn't even get to read none of the comments. Let's go back to the reason why I'm really here. Okay, that's about the Jamaica. I'll go back. That's a whole nother topic. Okay. Let's go to the comment section. So let's go to the comments. And this is what I said under Lisa Everett's post. Hey everybody, please hit like, share, and subscribe. So this is what I said underneath the comments. I said the judge keeps telling the president that he has to fund SNAP benefits. He turns around, he says no, he's not. He's not doing it. By law, shouldn't he be getting locked up? This is the question I asked. Because remember, I keep telling y'all, the judge is telling him, the federal judge is telling him that he has to dish out the SNAP benefits. He keeps telling them no, right? So I said, well, by law, shouldn't he be getting locked up? Because here's the thing, if we going by the law, right? And I understand that he is the president of the Americas, right? And if the judge tells you to do something, if the judge told me, Eve, you got to pay that fine, or you might get locked up, or you have to pay that fine, or reap the benefits of the consequences if you don't, and I don't pay the fine, they don't issue a warrant out for my arrest, right? That's what they're going to do, right? So why is it that because he is the president and the federal judge has to tell him to dish out the SNAP benefits, when are they going to lock him up? Because here's the thing, he's not listening to the federal judge. Even though the federal judge shouldn't even have to come out and tell you that you have to dish out SNAP benefits to feed the American people. No judge should have to tell you that. It's common sense. It's common sense. But because SNAP benefits is a Democrat thing and it's a black thing, since y'all want to make it a black thing, because it's not really only black people on SNAP benefits, but we're going to go with y'all narrative for right now. So you're not listening to the federal judge that keeps telling you you have to pay. What is the consequence if he doesn't listen to the federal judge? What is the consequence? What is the consequence? If that's what I need to know. What is the consequence if he does not listen to the federal judge? Because I'm not understanding why he's not listening. I don't understand why the federal judge has to tell you to give the American people their SNAP benefits. I don't get that. I don't really get that. I don't really understand it. But in his mind, all of this makes sense. And if all of this in his mind makes sense, then that That says a lot. I'm sorry. Everything he do, I look at him real differently. And you know what's funny? I used to like him when he was on The Apprentice and he had his show on Channel 4. I used to love it because it was about businesses and donating money and them have to work out strategies and things of that nature. So I love The Apprentice. But what is going on here? What is going on? What is happening? See, y'all not understanding. This is the time that we're gonna have to really dig deep and really help one another out. Because see, they've been playing in our faces. They've been sitting over there at those round tables and they've been playing in our faces. Okay? They've been playing in our faces. Every time is something. It's always going to be something with these people. And, and I feel like if, excuse me, y'all, I feel like if they wasn't getting paid, we wouldn't even have none of this. Let them skip out on a week without pay. Let them skip out on not having a check. Let's see how far that goes. I bet you they'll agree. They'll agree then. They'll have something to talk about then, right? They'll have something to talk about then. But and yet, y'all don't agree right now. Take away they food and take away they money and take away their money and see what happens. Just take away their money and see what happens. Because this is getting ridiculous. Meanwhile, they getting paid. They don't care. They don't care about us. They keep telling us Michael Jackson don't told us that all. He said all I want to say is that they don't really care about us. He been told y'all that. He told y'all that in a nice song. Yeah, he did. Go listen to the song. Go listen to the song. Matter of fact, do one better. Go look at the video. So all I want to say is that they don't really care about us by Michael Jackson. Go look at the video and get right back in these comments and tell me what you see. Look at the video and look at what we're going through right now. I'm trying to tell you, that man was ahead of his time. That's all I'm going to say. He was ahead of his time. Black or white, ahead of his time. He was ahead of his time. Somebody said when it's funny, it rains, it pours. They got money for wars but can't feed the poor. Tupac said it best, ahead of his time. Because here's the thing. If they say they want to go to war right now, y'all got all the funding for that. But y'all don't got funding to feed the people. Y'all don't got funding to feed the people. But y'all got money to give all of these countries and all of the things. It's not make it make sense. Right now, this is not making sense. Right now, y'all have to start doing what y'all gotta do. And all I'm gonna say is, just keep your eyes open. Keep your ears open. Watch the blogs, watch the news. Just watch everything and take it all in. Every time he go to give a speech, he's telling you how much he don't give a goddamn about you. Not in those words. No, it's other language. He's using funny language. He's using funny language to let you know he don't care. He is. And at the end of the day, y'all have to read between the lines. Okay? It's time for y'all to read between the lines and realize that he don't care. He don't care about the people that's working. All of these businesses is going to be closing, all type of things. Then you got Mazzani in here talking about he's going to make the buses free. Let's talk about that for a minute. Mazzani, the buses can't be free. Mazani, you can't go to defunding the police. We live in New York City where if people are not going to be eating, it's going to be mayhem. So you think right now you should be trying to defund the police and not not making buses free? I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm gonna need Mazzani to go. I don't these politicians. I don't really trust them no more. And in a minute, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to keep our vote to ourselves. We're gonna have to keep our money to ourselves. We're gonna have to let's just cancel Christmas. Let's just cancel Christmas. Now, I don't even know why. Wow. Wow. I was just reading something. That's why I got real quiet. Yeah, it's just a lot going on. It's a lot of things going on that I want to talk about this week, and I'm gonna get into some things. Maybe Sunday, Sunday morning, we're gonna get into some things because I really want to talk about Jamaica because this all is aligned. That's all I'm gonna say about that. It's all aligned together. It really is. I'm trying to see what else I wanted to talk about that aligns with this topic, and then I'm gonna end my live because I just wanted to come and talk to y'all about that real quick. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to come and talk to y'all about that real quick. Yeah, a lot of airports is about to be impacted. It's about to get real crazy. It's about to get real crazy. It's about to get real crazy. I don't know. Now here we go again. NASA issues a warning about Earth is running out of oxygen. Lord Jesus, take the wheel. According to NASA, supported studies, roughly a billion years from now, oxygen levels will be declining drastically. This will not be due to pollution or human fluids, but because the natural shift in the sun and earth. Wow. Lord Jesus. It's always something, Jack. It's just always something, Jack. It's just crazy. Let's see what Putin is talking about. Putin has warned that Russia will consider resuming nuclear testing if the United States did the same. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I'm just so tired of the people, though. I'm tired of everybody wanting to lead, but in yet really not doing nothing. Let's see what Don Lemon posted, because I like Don Lemon. This is crazy. Why is it not playing?
When I was president, the number that you're talking about was a tiny.
Let's go back.
And you know, one other thing, our country has to remain very liquid because problems, catastrophes, wars, could be anything. We have to remain liquid. We can't give everything away based on a number. Here's an example. When I was president, the number that you're talking about was a tiny fraction of what it is now. Biden went totally crazy, gave it to anybody that would ask, gave it to people that were able-bodied, had no problem. Anybody who...
Once he says Obama name and Biden name, I can't even listen to him no more. Because it's like he's infatuated with those two names. I don't... Biden is over there battling. I heard that he, was having issues with prostate cancer, allegedly. He's over there sickly or whatever. Then you keep saying Obama name. Obama ain't been in the Oval Office in almost like 10 years. So why do you keep saying the same names over and over and over and over? Like it is really getting on my nerve. I'm not gonna lie. It is really getting on my nerve that he keeps saying their names over and over and over like that. And it just shows you, like I said, every time somebody open up their mouth, and it's not only him though. That's what I'm saying, y'all. He's a big part of it because he's the head, but it's a lot of them that you just be sitting back and you have to side eye everybody that has something to say out their mouth now. You have to listen. Open up your ears. It's a difference between listening and hearing. And in order to get what they're putting down, you have to do both. You have to do both. Listen and hear exactly what they're saying so you can digest it and know where to put it at. Because they telling us, like I'm telling y'all, they don't have to say, we don't like you. They can do things and say it in other ways and demonstrate it in other ways to let us know that they don't want us to be around. The point is, when are you going to listen? When are you going to take heed? When are you going to understand that they don't want you around? When are you going to understand that you need to do things for yourself? This is a time and age where you have to stand on your 10 toes. This is a time and age where we have to help each other. And you know what the sad part about it is? It's common sense. We have to do better as a community, as a people, because like I said, they don't care about us. So the same way I sat over there and boycotted Target, I think it's time to boycott everything. I think it's time to boycott shopping altogether. Unless it's food and it's necessary, I don't think you need to go. I think Christmas should be canceled. Cancel Christmas. Cancel Christmas. Don't shop at these big stores and all of the things. It's time to cancel something. It's time to just make a Christmas dinner and keep it pushing. It's time to not go buy a toy, go buy that electronic, go buy that PlayStation. Nobody should be buying PlayStations. Nobody should be buying toys. Do not go out on Black Friday to none of these stores and spend your money, because that might be your last little bit of money. Who knows? That might be your last little bit of money. Yeah, your job might be saved today, but what happens to when next week comes or next month comes? Then what? Then you're going to be right on the food pantry line with everybody else. I feel like we should all come together and, yeah, we should all come together and not, I think Christmas should be canceled. I think if I see anybody going out to Black Friday sales, I'm going to be disgusted. I feel like y'all should boycott Black Friday. That's just how I feel. I feel like y'all should boycott Black Friday. We got Veterans Day coming up. It's time to honor the veterans. And let's just boycott Black Friday. No, let it start with Black Friday. And if it keeps going on, cancel Christmas. Forget just not buying anything from Target. Forget, it goes a step further. Sometimes you got to step a step further. Sometimes you got to take it there. Sometimes you have to take it there. Sometimes you have to go there to get to where you need to go. It is what it is. I'm saying this to say we shouldn't even be spending money that we might not even really have to spend. It's time to sit the kids down. You can put up your tree, put up your little decorations, do all of that. But don't put nothing underneath there unless you made it yourself. Unless you buying from black business owners and things like that. But these big corporations, Macy's, Target, and all of these other places, all that high end, no. No, 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 no. We should shut it down. They have to see where our dollar makes things go round. And if you stop spending, then that dollar don't go around. Somebody gonna get hit. And I feel like it goes deeper than Target. Stop spending money. Stop spending money altogether. It's time. I already sat my family down. I sat them down. Thank God that I'm even things and everybody can get something underneath the tree from even things. So if you want to shop small businesses, that's fine. If you want to shop, like businesses that but as far as these high-end stores and going out on Black Friday and I'm going to catch a deal. No, you're not. No, you're going to catch the same deal that they've been had. They just, saved it for Black Friday. I don't think we should go out. I don't think we should spend our money. I don't think that's where it's at right now. I don't think we need to go there. I think we really need to save our funds. That's just how I feel. I feel like it's time to save our funds. I feel like it's time to show them who's boss. See, because you can think that you run things, but do you really? You got to show them better than you can tell them. I seen a comment underneath one of the blogs today, and it said, I think we should not pay federal taxes. And here's the tea. Here is the tea. Let's just say it goes further into the new year. No, we don't want it to go further into the new year. But could you imagine January to April and nobody files their taxes? Lord, you talking about mayhem? Could you imagine with a world where everybody just sticks together and not goes outside on Black Friday? Let it be a ghost town outside. Unless it's like a bare necessity. Ooh, baby, that's a movement right there. Nobody go outside. And I mean like nobody. To the point where just stop it. Let it be peace. Stay with your family and y'all come together and y'all eat and y'all do all of the things. But nobody goes outside and spends money on Black Friday. And I do mean none. None. Oh my God. Now that'll be a movement right there. And y'all see what type of impact that'll make. You see what we did to Target. Why we can't come together and not go outside on Black Friday and not spend no money? If y'all claim y'all ain't got no food, y'all shouldn't be spending no money, right? Don't spend no money. It's all right. Unless it's a necessity. Unless it's a necessity, don't go spend no money on Black Friday. Let's start with Black Friday and see what their numbers look like when they realize nobody went shopping. Could you imagine? Oh my God. The people, what y'all going to discuss at the round table is y'all numbers. Because y'all not going to do no numbers if nobody goes outside. Imagine a world where everybody just sticks together and be on the same accord. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. That sounds just about right. I'm sorry. We don't need to spend no money on Black Friday. Y'all need to sit y'all kids in y'all houses down and let them know what's going on in the world because this is going down in the history books. You better believe it. You better believe it. See, they get to see it in real time though, before it hit the history books. And this is something that you really sit back and you show them and you have to let them understand and you have to really explain it to them what's going on in the world. It's time. It really is time. Like I said, I already sat my family down and I already let them know. Even though I work for myself, I'm still not. I'm not. I'm not. I can boycott with the rest of them. But it's time to really get it together, America. It really is. It's time. This is going to be the reset that you need. Did I say what you? The reset that you need. You may not want the reset. It's not about a want. It's about what you need. And right now, it's time to get on your hands and knees and start praying. Okay? Y'all get in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll be back up at 3 o'clock in the morning. What time is it? Oh, yeah, I'm going to bed. I'm past due. I'm going to bed. My name is Eve the Weed. Please like, share, and subscribe. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other. I got to go, YouTube. Later.